Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules. Welcome to the Monday after Extreme Rules. Man, what a show do we have tonight. This was, for all intents and purposes, this was a really good, pay-per-view. It had some stuff I didn't like. Let's get into it. So there was a pre-show match, and it was what I would have guessed. I don't know about you guys, but I knew that the Liv Morgan versus Carmella match probably would have ended up being in the pre-show match, and that's what it was. And you know what? I'm actually okay with that because the match was worthy. It wasn't like one of the best matches of the night, so it was worthy of the pre-show match. But it's a step in the right direction for Liv Morgan, and I'm happy that Liv Morgan got the win here. Hopefully this will push her, because this is like she's beaten Carmella like what 3 or 4 times now. So that she's showing that she could be in the top spot, and this would be a great way to counteract the Ruby Soho over in AEW type of thing, with Liv Morgan being pushed in the main event picture. But the actual show, Extreme Rules, the first match we get, which it was a surprise. Now, cause up until Extreme Rules, I was under the impression that we was going to get Big E versus Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship, and man, did they throw me a curveball? So instead of that, we got the New Day versus Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omos in a 6-man tag match to open the show. This match was it wasn't bad. This match wasn't bad. This was actually a very good match. This was a very good, entertaining match, and it went on for a decent amount of time too. Like I think a good 30 minutes. I might be wrong, but it went on longer than 15. I know that, but it was a very good match. I was thoroughly surprised at how good this match was, and I'm glad that the New Day here are your winners. They actually got the win over AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley. The only thing I had I get to it at the end. I'll come back to it because to let y'all let that simmer with you. I do have a problem with this match, and it wasn't the match itself. It was something. It was a booking choice. But we will go on to the second match, which is the Street Profits versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. This too was a good match, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, the Usos did their thing, the Street Profits did their thing. They're long game booking the Usos and Roman Reigns, and I am curious to see where do this go, and when do we start getting to like the downfall of the family, of the bloodline. Acknowledge me. But the Usos will end up getting the victory here over the Street Profits. We will go to a backstage segment. This might have been I think this was after this match. It was either after this match or after the Alexa Bliss match. Either or. We will go to a backstage segment where Bobby Lashley is furious. He calling Big E a coward again, saying that he a coward for cashing in the Money in the Bank contract the way he did. He said you could have just cashed it in straight up and fought me, but you wanted to cash it in when I was already after a match with Randy Orton, after I hurt my knee. And he said, I dare you to put that title on the line, and basically challenged him to the match I thought we was going to get here at Extreme Rules for Monday Night Raw. So we will wait to see. I think we do later on get a response from Big E, but we'll get to that later. The next match would be the Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair match. This match was decent. It was good. It had a lot of storytelling, a lot of things into it. Alexa and Charlotte did a thing. I think Charlotte, I would have liked if it was a little bit more balanced, because it felt like they were trying to make Charlotte look good. Because most of the time when Alexa Bliss has her matches, she's like the dominant force. She just didn't seem dominant in this match, and that was like kind of like weird to me that they didn't want to have it balanced, like an equal balance of dominance, and one dominate the other, vice versa. But overall, the match was good. Charlotte, as usual, got the win. I think she hit natural selection to beat Alexa Bliss. After the match, she would get mad, like beat up on Alexa, kick her out the ring, and then attack Lily, basically ripping her apart. This would infuriate Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss would just attack. She attacked Charlotte Flair, and they brawled, but then I think Charlotte would get the upper hand by throwing Alexa on top of the ring announcer table, and then she would pretty much walk away, mocking the crowd for booing her, saying, "Oh, wham," because they mad that she won the match. And I think Alexa would then finally get back up and throw like a rage fit over what Charlotte Flair did to Lily. So it seems like this might not be over with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. The next match we would get will be Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus versus Damian Priest, the triple threat match for the United States Championship. This match was also a good match. This was a very good match. It was going back and forth. At moments, it seemed like anybody could win. Like my primary thought was that Damian Priest was going to win, but at times I thought Jeff Hardy could have won, and at times I thought Sheamus could have won. So when you make me think like that, that's a good match. Where I could think like where I know the person's going to win, but then you made me believe that somebody else could win. That's good. That's a good match. But in the end, Damian Priest will get the victory by, I think he rolled up Sheamus to get the pinfall here, and Damian Priest is still your United States champion. I want to say, man, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where this happened. I want to say that the Big E backstage promo came before this match. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I still had it pulled up on my computer. So, after this match, we got the Big E promo backstage promo responding to Bobby Lashley, basically telling Bobby how dare you make excuses and blah 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 this, blah 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 that, about, I think he was like, how dare you make excuses, how dare you call me a coward, so, but you better be ready. That, you whining and complaining about you not being ready and your knee hurt. Well, you better be ready. So you better be ready tomorrow night, because he accepted the match, and that tomorrow it will be, or today. I said tomorrow. Today it will be Bobby Lashley versus Big E on Raw for the WWE Championship. Yeah, I'll touch more on that in a moment. So that was after the Jeff Hardy match. We got that Big E promo. Then we get another one of the SmackDown Women's Championship, which is Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. This match was good too. As you know, it's a recurring thing. None of the matches, except for the pre-show match, but so far up until this match, none of the matches are bad. Every match has been good. Even this match. This match was definitely good. This was definitely worth the wait to see Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. This is what I would have hoped. Now, this is what I would have hoped would have happened at SummerSlam. I wanted, if Bianca was going to lose, I waited for her to lose her title like this. A full match, a full good match, story, a good build up to the loss, and that way, a way where Bianca doesn't look disrespected, doesn't look like she was basically just fed to Becky Lynch because they wanted Becky Lynch to be champion. They wanted they wanted their top picks to be champion. This actually made Bianca look strong. She looked good in this match. She had moments where she was overpowering Becky. Becky had moments where she was outsmarting her sometimes. And this match, it was going to be one of the best matches of the night. But I don't like the finish. I like the finish if it would have happened after a decisive finish. But the finish came when it looked like Bianca was about to hit the KOD on Becky and win the match. Sasha Banks would make her return and beat up on Bianca, causing a DQ, which gave Bianca Belair the win via DQ. And then she would turn her attention to Becky Lynch and beat her up as well. And with both women basically down and Bianca and Sasha on top. Now I didn't like that finish because I rather would have had, like, if Becky was going to win, have her win and then have Sasha come out and beat both of them up, or have Bianca would have won and became champion, then Sasha would have came out. I would have had, basically, I'm trying to say I rather would have saw a decisive win and then Sasha's Banks come out and basically beating everybody else, saying that she's back. But other than that finish, this match wasn't a bad match. It was just that finish kind of hampered my feelings towards the match. Then we would get. Excuse me. We would get the main event, which would be Roman Reigns versus Demon Finn Balor. Excuse me. This match was an Extreme Rules match. The only match of the night. Now, this is another thing I had a problem with. Now, I'm going to touch on that in a minute. But the match itself was good. Roman Reigns, always know how to put on a stellar performance. He's the master, if you will, of the kick out. He's about to lose. Oh, he kicked out. He's the master at that. But yeah, we would get a very good match. It was an Extreme Rules match. That's also made it better. We got some great spots like with turnabout fair play for Roman. Finn paid back Roman by when I think Roman hit the he hit the Superman punch and try to pin the Demon Finn Balor, and Finn would kick out, but he would do it in a low blow fashion like how Roman did him, causing him to get the upper hand. And the match pretty much at that point did turn around and Demon Finn Balor's favor, and he would try to he would hit the coup de grace, and it looked like he was getting ready to beat Roman, but then the Usos would get involved. They would jump him for a moment and briefly beat him up, but then Demon Finn would take control, beat up Jimmy and Jay. I think he put I can't remember if it was Jay. I think it was Jay that he put through the table. But then he would turn around and get speared through the barricade. There was also a nice moment where it was a funny moment where Roman had threw Demon Finn Balor into the crowd, and before Roman went into the crowd, he stuck his hand out like this to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman took out his pocket a face mask. So I was like, oh, okay, I got it. We got to protect Roman Reigns. We don't want him getting sick. But yeah, even though he put on the mask, that didn't really do nothing. I understood, Roman Reigns' condition. Like I said, we don't want Roman to get sick. But yeah, that still was even fun out there. What he was doing out there in the ring, on the outside. Even after I think he did a Uranagi onto the the pre-show announcer table, and then he was just like, he's just like, oh, acknowledge me. He wanted everybody to acknowledge him. And then they would get, once they got back into the ring, he took off the mat. He did it like he did it like where he wasn't the camera wasn't seeing it, but like when he got through it to the ring, his back was towards the camera, but you could tell he took it off then, because once the camera did get on his face, he ain't had the mask on no more. But I think that's what led to the coup de grace, to the pinfall, that the low blow pinfall and all like that. But when after the barricade spear, Demon Finn Balor's music would hit, and you would hear the, and every time you heard the, Demon Finn Balor would go like he was twitching, and then so they got to the, he rose back up, and now he was recharged, and even though just being thrown through the barricade, he was back on his feet, beating the hell out of Roman, put Roman through the table, and then once again about to hit the coup de grace, and then like the weirdest thing happened. The turnbuckle apparently just gave way, and so that's how you chose to finish this match. So the turnbuckle basically gave way while Demon Finn Balor was on it. Demon Finn Balor holding his knee, not knowing what's going on, trying to figure out why that just happened. He will turn around and get speared by Roman Reigns. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Roman is still your champion. This was a good match. Once again, the finish was kind of, I wouldn't have went for that. But that's it. That's your show. We ended with Roman Reigns telling everybody that he do this all day. He's the greatest ever. But the things I had a problem with was that, for one, going back to the first match, which is the New Day versus Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles and Omos. The match itself was good. I don't have a problem with the match itself. I just have a problem with the booking of, this is a match we should have got on Raw. Like instead of tonight being Bobby Lashley versus Bobby Lashley versus Big E for the WWE Championship, we should have got this match instead. This Bobby Lashley versus Big E for the WWE Championship should have happened at Extreme Rules, under an Extreme Rules match, and then this match that took place on Raw. I feel like they kind of, I don't know why they did it like this, and it kind of felt weird. And I kind of knew, if they put this match on Raw, they put this match on Extreme Rules, this 6-man tag, then I knew that Raw was going to be Bobby Lashley versus Big E for the WWE Championship. And sure enough, that's with backstage promos with Bobby Lashley challenging Big E and Big E accepting the challenge. None of the other matches but that was the only thing I felt like was bad about that match. And then the finishes for, I think what other match they have it had a DQ finish. So the two matches that had a weird finish, the DQ finish for the Becky Lynch match, that's another thing I didn't like. Just because I don't like DQ finishes here, and it just seemed like you're trying to prolong it, where you could, if you just did a decisive win, we could get somebody new in there, tell a new story, maybe Sasha versus Becky, or somebody else, give somebody else a chance to shine. So now you're gonna stuck us in this triangle of Becky versus Sasha versus Bianca. Just if you're not going to give a decisive win to Bianca or Becky, let somebody new come in, because you got so many people. But that's another video for another time. And then the weird finish for the Roman Reigns match. That if you was going to have Roman spear him and pin him anyway, I'd rather not have you do that weirdness with the turnbuckle. Cause it would have been better if we would have saw somebody tamper with it and then he failed. You know, we saw the Usos basically doing something, and then also it just falls and it hurts him, and or you saw Roman do something while he was busy, while he was busy setting up, or Paul Heyman do something like you didn't. It was nothing like that. It was just a random. The turnbuckles gave way, and Roman thanking God for it. It was just like. The match itself was good. You didn't need this type of finish. Because now it seemed like because now you have, thanks to the interference once again from the Usos and that little weird finish, now it looked like you could do another Demon Finn Balor versus Roman for the title. Because Crown Jewel is not happening for a minute. Because the next big thing is the draft, which is this coming up Friday. But it was like, everything should have been decisive when it comes to the draft. So that when the draft happens, I just feel like we should have got a decisive everything at Extreme Rules so that, maybe on Raw it would be a rematch between Bobby Lashley and them for the title. Or, SmackDown could sort of rematch as well between Roman and Finn, but that'd be the last of it because the draft was supposed to be shaking things up so we could get new feuds and new everything and give everybody a different chance to be on top or be in the main event scene and other scenes. But I felt like you left things open ended. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes tonight with Monday Night Raw. We'll see how it goes with SmackDown. But enough of my rambling. If I give Extreme Rules anything, I would give it. I give it 8 big ups because for the most part I was thoroughly entertained. It was enjoyable. I didn't like I said. The only things I had problems with was with the whole booking of the new Big E and the New Day versus Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omos. I didn't like the endings to the Becky and Roman matches either. But other than the endings, the matches itself was good. Just didn't like the booking of the endings. But yeah, that's it. I give them 8 big ups. And if you enjoyed Extreme Rules or you had something that you didn't like about it, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of Extreme Rules. Let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's have a debate about it. Because I would like to talk to you guys. I would like to hear what you guys got to think about Extreme Rules. And if you enjoy this video and you want to see more of my review videos, hit that button right there in the upper right corner for all of my WWE reviews, including pay-per-views. And if you enjoy this video, then hit that like button, that subscribe button, and hit that notification button so you get notified when I drop videos. Especially that subscribe button, become part of the fam and part of the tribe who acknowledges me as the true tribal chief. You hear that, Roman? I'm the true tribal chief. Me. And hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content. Yeah. The real tribal chief is out. See you in the next one. Peace.